not often that people think I'm Spanish. I don't look very Spanish. But sometimes people think I'm Spanish, and they'll come up to me and start speaking in Spanish, and I'll respond in Spanish, and then they'll be like, oh, you're not Spanish. Where are you from? Like, blah, blah, blah. And they're curious to hear like my experience and why I learned Spanish, why I live in Spain. And the same is true when I hear a non-native English speaker speaking English. I would say never feel embarrassed about having an accent in your non-native language. If you have an accent when you're speaking English, it just opens a conversation rather than something that you should feel embarrassed about. It's something that honors where you are from, and can just be a bridge rather than a door. A bridge that allows you to learn more about someone else and just have a conversation. It also, learning Spanish and struggling with Spanish and really like having to try so hard to learn like the subjunctive tense, for example, has given me so much more humility and respect for people who know 3 languages or 4 languages, or even who are just trying to learn their second language. Because I know that it's hard. Okay, for some people, maybe it's not so hard. But for me, it's hard. And so I can respect their work. I can respect that they are trying to learn and to do their best. So, honoring difference. And this is something that I'll talk about a little bit later, but it's really interesting, the things that are the same and the things that are different between English and Spanish, for example. I'm not going to use another example because I don't speak any other languages nearly as well as English and Spanish. But in between those 2 languages, there are some things that are almost identical and some things that couldn't be more different. Like the way that we communicate our feelings and our thoughts aren't always the same. And to me, that's a really powerful and beautiful thing, to see that Spanish people live their lives differently than I would back home. And you're also thriving, hopefully. Maybe some people aren't thriving, but even communicating about the ways in which we aren't is useful. And actually, that makes me think of another thing, which is that, did you know that different cultures experience mental health differently? For example, in the United States, someone who is experiencing depression might feel tired. They might feel unable to get out of bed. They don't want to leave their bed. Or they might feel generally sad. But someone in China, for example, who's experiencing depression would not experience the same symptoms. They wouldn't necessarily feel tired or sad. They might feel nauseated, or they might feel like really hyper-productive. I don't know, that's totally made up. But it's true that in different cultures, we experience mental health differently, and that relates to language. It relates to how we use language. I didn't look this up before class, I should have, but some languages are more noun heavy, and other languages are more verb heavy. That means that they use more verbs or more nouns in conveying a day-to-day occurrence, in just speaking and communicating. And that suggests different things about their worldview. Do you know what a worldview is? It's the combination of our epistemology, ontology, methodology, and like just the ways that we see and experience the world.